Well, as you can see, the APT is now running a bit better with quite a bit less noise, and I think I've discovered the reason for this. So we'll just slow it down a bit as it comes around the corner here, and we'll have a look at what's going on. Now, you've noticed that I've put a large piece of steel here, because I had a look at the wheels on the motor there, and it may be missing some tires, and that might be the cause or root of the problem. Now, if I look at a similar type of motor, you'll notice that there are tires on the live side of this motor here, and if you look there, let's just see if we can. I think we'll need to take this apart to let you get a better view of it. And as you can see, it's a substantial piece of metal. It's probably a 1/4 inch, 5/16 thick and 3 inches long. And that would certainly keep this down on the track. So it tells me that there's not enough load going on that end to keep the motor down on the track. I think that might be the problem. I don't know if this is a solution, but it's taking me in that direction. You know, I welcome whatever input, comments that you have on this. You know, you may or may not have had a similar problem, or maybe you've got an idea that you might have thought through. I'd be interested in hearing from you. Okay, so onwards, and let's see what happens next. So this is the APT motor, and you'll see there are tires there. If the camera will just focus. Those are tires. And on the other unit, as you can see, there are tires there also. On the other side there are no tires, and on the other side there are no tires. So that tells me that it's not a case of missing tires. As you saw when I added in that piece of steel, and it's a pretty heavy piece. I'm going to do a complete strip down and see if there's something else that may be causing this noisy run, and I'll take the cogs out, everything out, clean them up, and get into the armature and get that cleaned up, put it back together and see if it runs. Well, this is a bit on the dirty side. I'm going to use some cutting material to try and remove whatever dirt is in there. And this is the closest I could get to what some of you have been using for this is New Finish Scratch Doctor. Safely removes surface scratches, scuff marks, swirls, etc. So we'll get into that. So I've cleaned that off, and as you can see, it's much cleaner, and I used a toothpick to get in those grooves, and now I'm going to clean it all off with the isopropyl 99% to make sure I don't leave any of the residue of the cutting material. So I've had these wheel sets steeping in lighter fluid to try and get rid of all the crap. That was in lighter fluid, as was that, and now I've got this whole thing in, trying to get into those wheel holes, and I cleaned off the armature with the scratch doctor and then cleaned it with a 99% isopropyl, and just doing the final clean. And once that's done, I'll start putting it together. Hopefully that's it. Well, I've done all the cleaning and servicing necessary. The only thing that I've not done is to clamp this part back in again. Now I'm missing something here. I'll need to find out about that, but I had a temporary fix on it with a piece of tape, but we'll check it out now and see how it goes. Well, this is frustrating. You know, the light at the front is on. I'll just let you see this. So the light is on, but it's not picking up, and I'm not getting any movement whatsoever. Back to the drawing board. Okay, so I took it apart again, made sure everything was connected, reassembled it. So here goes. Fingers crossed. Yeah, there you go. Okay, some smaller weights are in there now. Fingers crossed. There you go, that's perfect. Oh, well, just got derailed, but yeah, that's it. Problem solved. So much better. Okay, so I removed that clamp for the motor enclosure. The body's back on. Well, success at last after a lot of diagnosis and repair work. Well, there's no question, you really have to take these model trains, break them down to all the components, take the insides of the motors, all the bits and pieces, and clean them thoroughly. I used lighter fluid and then cleaned it finally with the isopropyl, and I also used scratch doctor in place of the cutting material that you have in the UK. I think it's basically the same thing. But in the end, I got it to work. As you can see, it runs so much smoother, much less noise, and that was a goal. The only outstanding items I think are the wheels. They're plastic wheels. They're the solid Hornby axle with no adjustment, and it may assist in the running if I were to change them up. And also finding a way of clamping the body part of the housing here for the motor, or getting a replacement piece. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that frustrating journey to try and get this beautiful locomotive running. And it's been a great experience, a learning experience, and don't be afraid to have a go at it. And I hope you pick some tips up here. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. All the best. We'll see you next time here at Partick Hill Station. Bye for now.